Chapter 800. In other words, they would not only have no place to stay for the next 3 months, but she might even probably be sent to prison after 3 months. Lady Richard cried until she was almost out of breath and she felt as though her life was already ending. After the representative from the court gave them a warning, he did not say anything else and he simply turned around, then got into his car and left immediately. The members of the Richard family could only sit helplessly outside their villa with a pile of their tattered and broken furniture and bundles of their clothing and necessities. They could not stop the tears from flowing down their cheeks. They were completely helpless at this time. Unexpectedly, it started to drizzle at a time like this. A few security guards from the villa community rushed over to them and said, "Guys, please take your belongings with you and move out of the community of our villa as soon as possible. Please do not affect the appearance of our villa community." "What are you talking about?" Michael could not help but yell angrily. "I have already lived here for more than 20 years and you are actually saying that I am going to affect the appearance of this villa community? Are you trying to drive me out of this place?" The other party replied coldly, "Sorry, but I have just received a notice that you are no longer the owner of this villa. Since you have also lived here previously, you should know that our villa community is closed off to the public and we do not allow any outsiders to enter and hang around our community. Therefore, we would like you and your family to leave as soon as possible." After that, the security guard pointed at all the items on the side of the road before he said, "Please bring all of these items with you when you leave. If you leave them behind, then we will just assume that these are abandoned items that we can deal with and get rid of in an appropriate manner." Michael could only tremble in anger as he yelled out, "This is too much. I am going to fight it out with you." A few security guards immediately stepped forward and held Michael back. After that, one of the security guards replied, "What are you trying to do? Are you trying to pick a fight with us? Do you know that there are dozens of people in our security team? Do you really think you will be able to beat us if you pick a fight with us?" Michael was shocked. At this time, Harold yelled angrily, "You'd better be careful. I'm going to lodge a complaint against all of you." The security guard sneered before he said, "You want to complain about us? We are simply acting according to the rules. What rights do you have to complain about us? Anyway, you are no longer the owner of a villa in our community. If you refuse to leave and insist on staying here, I will call the police to come and arrest you for trespassing." "You!" Harold wanted to continue scolding the other party. However, he could only freeze in place when he saw the other party's aggressive posture. Michael knew that it was completely useless for them to continue staying here. After all, the bank has already sealed and repossessed their villa. They were no longer the owners of a villa in this community and it was only natural for them to be driven out by the security guards. Michael could only sigh as he said, "Pack up some of your belongings to take away with you. Make sure that you only take the useful and valuable items with you. We can leave everything else here for them to take care of it." Olivia cried out, "Dad, where are we going to go now?" Michael shook his head before he lamented, "I don't know, but I know that we won't be able to stay here anymore." Harold also started crying, but he hurriedly wiped the tears off his face before he said, "Dad, why don't we go and beg second uncle right now? Why don't we apologize to him and admit our mistake? We can beg second uncle to take us in. After all, second aunt has said that they have 10 bedrooms in their villa. We can just ask them to give us 2 bedrooms. We can both share a bedroom while Grandma can share a bedroom with Olivia." The expression on Michael's face was very ugly and he could only sigh as he said, "Do you really think that it is going to be that simple? You should already know your second aunt's character very well. She would be more than happy to humiliate and make fun of the state that we are in now. Do you think that she will be so kind as to take us in and give us a room in their villa?" Lady Richard, who had not spoken at all, suddenly stood up and she gritted her teeth before she said, "We're going to Beacon Top now. Even if I die today, I'm going to die at the villa at Beacon Top. If Trump and Elaine refuse to take us in, then I will sue them for abandoning an old lady like me."